After the 9/11 attack, a man enters a room with several keypad phones in a bag and places it on the table. He then begins to read Namaz, but suddenly, US soldiers kidnap him. After a days-long journey, they take him to a secret detention camp where others suspected of involvement in the 9/11 attacks have also been brought. All the detainees are locked in cages and subjected to severe beatings. The scene shifts to 8 years later, where a new batch of guards is being posted. As they enter, all the detainees hurl abuse at them. Corporal Randy then addresses the group, informing them they will be working on a 12-hour rotation. He tells them that if they think they are here to prevent the detainees from escaping, they are wrong, as the walls do that for them. They are here to prevent detainees from committing suicide. Hence, they must check the detainees' cells every 3 minutes. Randy warns them that some of the detainees have been here for 8 years when they were still in high school. Hence, these detainees know the procedures better than they do, and they will try their best to manipulate them. Randy advises the guards not to be friendly with the detainees. Additionally, he informs them that they should not refer to them as prisoners but as detainees, as it's not a prison but a war zone. Just then, Randy receives a message over the radio that a detainee has become uncontrollable and they need more people. Randy asks if anyone is interested in joining him, and only Cole raises her hand. They proceed to the detainee, where Randy instructs Cole that she is only supposed to control the detainee's right hand while the others handle the rest. The squad enters the cell, but due to the detainee's large size, he proves to be too difficult to handle. Cole attempts to grab his right hand, but he swiftly flicks it, injuring her. However, the other personnel manage to restrain him. As they leave, he spits at Cole's face, enraging her, and she retaliates with a kick. Randy welcomes her to Gitmo, and a smile spreads across Cole's face as she encounters her first thrilling experience. Later that night, she talks to her mom over FaceTime and reassures her that everything is good here, even mentioning there's a Subway where she can eat. The next day at work, Cole brings a stall of books to distribute to all the detainees as a part of her job. However, when she asks the first detainee if he would like some books, he starts to verbally abuse her. Cole tries to calm him down, but he continues shouting. Randy steps in and informs Cole that this particular detainee doesn't like women, and he provides the books himself. Cole then moves on to the next detainee, named Ollie, and asks if he would like any books. Ollie requests the 7th part of Harry Potter, but upon checking, Cole doesn't find that book in the stall and asks if he'd like to grab something else. Ollie expresses frustration, mentioning he's been asking for Harry Potter's 7th part for 2 years and still doesn't know if Snape was a good or a bad guy. Disregarding his request, Cole again asks if he wants any other book from the stall. He explains he has read all the available books multiple times and questions the point of reading the same book again and again. He also mentions that the newspapers provided are 2 months old. Just then, Randy steps in again and instructs Cole to continue moving forward. The next day, Cole goes for a jog in the morning before heading back to her duty where she's paired with another guard for patrol. Ollie tries to strike up a conversation with her and asks for her name, but Cole ignores him, so he starts calling her Blondie. He starts talking about himself and reveals that his name is Ollie, but the people here also call him Detainee 471. Despite his attempts to chat, Cole insists they have nothing to talk about. She observes all the detainees taking out their Qurans to read at a particular time, but Ollie stands quietly by the door. When Cole asks him if he doesn't read the Quran, Ollie responds that he's read it countless times and mentions he's also read the Bible but finds the second half boring. Cole warns him that he should not diss her holy book in front of her. He then starts requesting for drinking water, promising to remain quiet if she provides it. However, when Cole brings him the water, he throws his shit on her, causing all the detainees to burst into laughter. Cole becomes furious at him, and when Randy learns of Ali's actions, he puts him into sleep deprivation punishment, where he won't be allowed to sleep for a week. The next day, the entire staff goes on an outing in the sea, where they all have a great time. Later in the evening, they have a beer party in the camp, and Cole gets quite drunk, so she goes to the restroom. There, she finds some adult magazines and starts looking through them when suddenly Randy walks in. Cole asks him if the magazines are his, but Randy denies it, saying the other boys read them. After a moment of awkward silence, Randy moves closer, and they begin to kiss. However, Randy becomes overly aggressive, causing Cole to push him away and walks off, regretting making out with her senior. The next day, during the cell check of Ollie, Cole notices a styrofoam cup with intricate designs that Ollie has crafted. She wonders how someone with such artistic talent could commit such serious crimes. She also notices some suicide prevention pamphlets on the floor, sparking her curiosity. She checks Ali's file and discovers that he has a history of self-harm. After completing his punishment of sleep deprivation, Ali is returned to his cell. Later, during Cole's shift, she sees Ali working on some art on a piece of paper. Ali notices Cole looking and asks her if she knows about the Sudoku game. Cole confirms that she does. Ali explains that he has completed all the Sudoku books available there, so now he makes his own Sudoku puzzles. Cole admires his work but refrains from engaging much in conversation. Ali offers her a puzzle to solve, but Cole declines, citing that it's against the rules. Ali questions why Americans are so afraid of everything and if she thinks a small piece of paper will take her life. Cole insists it is just the rules but feels bad when Ali flushes the paper down the toilet in frustration. Ali vents his anger, shouting that they've been unjustly locked up for years and labels Cole and America as the real terrorists. Cole angrily instructs him to keep it down, and Ali sits back in sadness because he doesn't want to be sleep deprived again. Feeling sorry for Ali, Cole talks to him and admits she looked for his Harry Potter book but couldn't find the 7th part in the library. Ali insists he knows she's lying because another guard told him it's there. Cole suggests that the other guard was probably messing with him. Ali then apologizes for his previous behavior, expressing how he's been waiting for the book for 2 years and it's driving him crazy. Cole sympathizes with him, acknowledging that she understands his situation. Fast forward to 8 months later, Cole has become quite familiar with the rules and procedures of the facility. All the detainees are on a hunger strike because one of their companions has been demanding an elliptical machine for quite some time, but his request hasn't been fulfilled. Cole urges Ali to eat, but he too refuses. Seeing the situation, the authorities are forced to meet their demand and provide an elliptical machine. However, no one ever uses it, prompting Cole to ask Ali why they demanded it when they didn't have to use it. Ali explains it was Mahmoud who asked for it, and they were just supporting their friend. Cole laughs upon hearing this and starts chatting with Ali. Ali mentions he can juggle a football 40 times, so Cole asks him to demonstrate. However, when he tries, the ball falls on the 8th bounce, and Ali claims he juggled it 48 times, making Cole laugh. She advises him that according to the rules, if he maintains discipline, he'll get a chance to play on a field. However, Ali states that he doesn't care and that they have no right to impose rules on him. Maybe he is stupid for doing this, but Cole tells him that he's not stupid and feels bad for him. Seeing Cole talking to Ali, Corporal Randy calls and asks her what she was talking about. Cole responds that it was nothing, just as Ali shouts from behind that he juggled 20 times. Randy asks Cole for her assistance in the showers because all of his men are dealing with the Delta Pod, where all the detainees have covered the entire walls with poop. Even though this wasn't her duty, Randy orders her to guard Ali while he showers. Ali initially refuses to shower in front of Cole, as it's against his religion, but Randy tells him not to waste time and orders him to undress. Reluctantly, Ali takes off his clothes in front of Cole, and Randy orders her to look at Ali, which makes him feel extremely uncomfortable. Later that night, during a conversation with her comrades, Cole learns that their day was quite normal and the story of detainees covering the walls with poop was a lie. Learning this infuriates Cole, and she drafts an email to the commanding officer to complain about Randy's deceit. However, the next day, the commanding officer dismisses Cole's complaint as illogical and senseless, transferring her to the night shift instead. Cole is deeply upset by this decision. Even in the mess hall, Cole gets into an argument with a colleague about the detainees, asserting her belief that all those held in the facility have been imprisoned for years merely on suspicion, emphasizing that the true terrorists responsible for 9/11 already died at the scene. At that moment, Randy arrives, aware that Cole has filed a complaint against him, and asks her what she's going to do now. As time passed, Cole found it increasingly difficult to cope with the days at the facility, feeling increasingly convinced that something was fundamentally wrong with what was happening there. Meanwhile, the next day, when someone else replaces Cole during the day shift, Ali asks the guard about Cole, but the latter doesn't care to reply and walks away. Later, when Cole arrives for her night shift, she finds Ali sleeping, but he quickly realizes her presence and wakes up. Cole suggests he go back to sleep, but Ali admits he never sleeps well there. They begin chatting, despite it being against the rules, but Cole is no longer as concerned about breaking them. Ali confides that he's not a terrorist but a normal citizen from Germany, and he even knows a bit of Dutch. Cole also opens up about her life, sharing that it's her first time in a foreign country. Ali then inquires Cole about today's date, and she informs him it's July 14th. Ali feels saddened, realizing that he only has a month left with Cole. As every August, a new batch of staff replaces the old one. He asks if she'll sign up again for the facility as many other guards do, but Cole declines. Ollie tells her she's the best guard he's met in 12 years because she treats them like humans, unlike the other guards who always treat them like bad guys. Cole feels extremely sad for him, tears welling up in her eyes. Ollie, exhausted from living such a life, retrieves a blade from his Quran and holds it to his neck, warning Cole that if she calls on the radio, he will cut himself. Despite Cole's attempts to calm him down, Ollie feels he has no other choice. He tells her that when he was brought here 12 years ago, one of the officers told him he was innocent, but they'd imprisoned him just to keep this place a secret from the world. Cole empathizes with him, revealing her name as Amy Cole, breaking another rule, but she no longer cares. She begins to talk about Germany to divert his mind, but before long, her emotions overwhelm her, and she steps away to hide her tears from Ollie. Glancing back at his cell, she finds him crying as well. Nevertheless, she manages to convince Ollie to give her the blade. As he does so, she grasps his hands tightly and starts crying again. As a month passes, we see Cole packing up to leave this place forever. On the other side, a new guard brings the bookstall. Ollie tries to talk to him, but unlike Cole, the guard is very rude to him. Suddenly, Ollie notices a new book on the shelf and requests it from the guard. To his surprise, it's none other than 7th part of the Harry Potter series that he was asking for 3 years. When he opens the book, he finds a heartfelt message from Cole on the first page. "I don't know if Snape's a good guy, but I know you are." Reading this, Ollie burst into tears, while on the other side, Cole is also unable to hold back her tears. He settles back and peacefully reads his book, while Cole also holds a book belonging to Ollie, filled with beautifully crafted Sudoku games. And with this, the story of Cole and Ollie remains incomplete, as life in the facility continues to go on. This movie is based on a true story and holds an IMDb rating of 6.9, which I think is perfect. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and goodbye.